Hello, fashion aficionados. Welcome back to History Unhidden. Today, we're embarking on a stylish journey through time as we explore the fascinating world of unusual fashion trends that have graced different eras. From bold statements to eyebrow-raising choices, these trends remind us that fashion is more than just clothing. It's a reflection of culture, society, and individual expression. So, don your metaphorical time-traveling threads, and let's dive into the captivating history of unusual fashion trends from different eras. Segment 1. Ancient Rome's Stilts and Chopines. In ancient Rome, status was often synonymous with height. The elite took this concept to new heights by wearing elevated footwear known as cothorni. These wooden-soled shoes, sometimes as tall as 8 inches, not only added stature but also symbolized social standing. In Venice during the Renaissance, a similar trend emerged with chopines, platform shoes that reached towering heights, necessitating the use of canes or servants for balance. These daring fashion choices reshaped the physical landscape, granting wearers an elevated perspective of their world. Segment 2. Crinolines and hoop skirts of the 19th century. The 19th century brought an obsession with wide skirts. Crinolines, structured petticoats made of horsehair or steel, created voluminous skirts that defied logic. Moving through doorways required strategic maneuvering, and women often found themselves wedged into tight spaces. These skirts were a testament to the limitations women endured in the name of fashion, encapsulating both beauty and inconvenience. The crinoline phenomenon also led to innovations in engineering, as women navigated their lives while sporting these unwieldy creations. Segment 3. Neck ruffs in the Renaissance. Ruffs, elaborate collars made of fine fabric or lace, became a symbol of status and style in the Renaissance. Worn by both men and women, ruffs framed the face and conveyed elegance. The process of creating the perfect ruff was an art in itself, involving layers of starched fabric and intricate folding techniques. Ruffs not only showcased one's fashion sense but also the ability to navigate life without staining these delicate creations. These ornate neck pieces not only elevated fashion but also highlighted the intersection of artistry and practicality. Segment 4. Powdered wigs and pompadours. The 17th and 18th centuries witnessed a fascination with elaborate hairstyles. Powdered wigs, adorned with intricate curls, bows, and even miniature gardens, were the height of fashion. These wigs, often reaching impressive heights, required constant maintenance and an alarming amount of powder. The larger the wig, the more extravagant the statement, making them both a fashion accessory and a symbol of societal status. Wigs also served as artistic canvases, allowing wearers to express their creativity through intricate designs and embellishments. Segment 5. Hobble skirts a confined elegance. In the early 20th century, a paradoxical fashion trend emerged that combined elegance with restriction: the hobble skirt. These skirts, popular during the early 1910s, were designed to fit snugly around the ankles, restricting the wearer's stride to a hobbling shuffle. The restrictive nature of the hobble skirt required women to take small, delicate steps, almost reminiscent of a corset for the legs. This trend challenged traditional notions of mobility and comfort, showcasing how women's fashion could sometimes prioritize aesthetics over practicality. Segment 6. Zoot suits, rebellion and style. During the 1940s, zoot suits emerged as a symbol of subversion and cultural pride. These oversized, flamboyant suits with wide shoulders and baggy trousers were worn by marginalized groups in the US and Latin America. Zoot suits represented defiance against societal norms and wartime rationing. The fashion trend highlighted the power of clothing as a form of protest and a declaration of identity. Zoot suits also demonstrated the resilience of communities facing adversity and the determination to maintain a sense of style in the face of challenges. Segment 7. Platform shoes, elevated statements. The 1970s saw the rise of platform shoes, transforming footwear into an art form. These towering shoes, often accompanied by colorful patterns and psychedelic designs, offered both height and a bold statement. They encapsulated the spirit of an era defined by disco, self-expression, and the desire to stand out in a crowd. Platform shoes also showcased the interplay between fashion and cultural movements, reflecting the exuberance and individuality of the time. The popularity of platform shoes was not limited to a specific gender. Both men and women embraced this trend. Musicians, actors, and fashion icons of the time were often seen sporting platform shoes on stage and in everyday life. Segment 8. The macaroni fashion, eccentric extravagance. In 18th century England, the macaroni fashion trend took eccentricity to new heights. Influenced by European travels, young Englishmen adopted outlandish styles, characterized by oversized wigs adorned with feathers, intricate clothing, and flamboyant accessories. The term macaroni referred to men who had traveled extensively and brought back foreign influences. This trend exemplified the desire to showcase sophistication and cosmopolitanism. The macaroni fashion was not only a sartorial statement but also a reflection of changing social dynamics and the increasing influence of the globalized world. Segment 9. Codpieces, a peculiar Renaissance trend. During the Renaissance, men's fashion took an unusual turn with the rise of codpieces. These padded pouches attached to men's trousers were not only a fashion statement but also an assertion of virility. Being popular in Europe in the 15th and 16th century, codpieces exaggerated the male anatomy and became a symbol of masculinity and power and reached peak popularity in the 1540s, before going out of style by 1590. Their prominence reflected the complex interplay between fashion, gender norms, and social expectations. Codpieces also provide insight into the ways in which fashion can be used to signal identity and reinforce cultural ideals. Segment 10. Ancient Roman toga, elegance in drapery. Step back in time to ancient Rome, where one of the most iconic and enduring fashion trends of history took center stage: the toga. The toga was more than just a garment. It was a symbol of Roman citizenship, status, and cultural identity. This unique attire was worn exclusively by male citizens and held deep significance in the Roman social hierarchy. The toga's significance extended beyond fashion. It was a visual representation of one's social standing. Elaborate or richly colored togas were reserved for the upper echelons of society, while simpler versions were worn by the lower classes. Toga-related laws were even enacted to regulate who could wear what type of toga, highlighting the importance placed on maintaining the social order. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of unusual fashion trends from different eras. From codpieces to crinolines, zoot suits to platform shoes, these trends remind us that fashion is a dynamic and ever-evolving expression of culture, society, and personal identity. As we bid adieu to this sartorial journey, remember that every trend, no matter how unusual, has its place in shaping the colorful tapestry of fashion history. I have linked a book from Amazon in the description if you want to continue learning about more unusual fashion trends from the past. If you've enjoyed this exploration as much as I have, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to History Unhidden, and share your ideas for future videos in the comments below. Until next time, stay stylish and keep exploring the rich tapestry of fashion history.